Hello everybody! Last week I took you to the Konansou, which is a traditional Japanese guest house near the base of Mount Fuji in Japan. Today I'm going to show you in detail what we had for dinner. A Kaiseki dinner is a multi-course seasonal meal that's available in Japan. It's the kind of meal that you have when you're looking for something special or something extra fancy. It's very labor intensive and it's also very expensive. It originated many centuries ago at the simple meals that were served in Japanese tea ceremonies, but later the Kaiseki dinner evolved into an elaborate dining style that became popular among aristocratic circles. And today, Kaiseki dinners are served in specialized restaurants, or they can also be enjoyed when you're staying at a Ryokan, and it's included in the price of the room. Kaiseki is an art form that balances the taste, texture, and appearance and colors of food. The dishes are beautifully arranged and they're often garnished with real leaves and flowers, as you can see, and a lot of the garnishes are also edible. Originally, the Kaiseki consisted of a bowl of miso soup and 3 side dishes, and this is now the standard form of a Japanese-style set menu. But Kaiseki has evolved to include an appetizer, sashimi or raw fish, a simmered dish, a grilled dish, a steamed dish, and other dishes at the discretion of the chef. The dinners that we enjoyed here at the Konansou were probably some of the fanciest meals that I've ever had in Japan. So when I look back at this video, I look at the food and I wonder if I'll ever have a meal this fancy again. Before, somebody commented that the food portions seem like they're very small, but there's so many courses that by the time you get to like one of the courses towards the end, you're like super stuffed and you don't really feel like you can eat anymore. You're also eating at a slow pace, so I think that gives you some time to digest and the food sits in your stomach, so by the end of the meal you feel super full and you could barely finish the last 2 courses.
Fascinating thing.
So whoever gets to sit next to Valentina doesn't really get to enjoy their food as much, and she sat with me the first night, and so my husband had her sit like next to his sisters for the next night, and she behaved a little bit better sitting next to her, because I think that she always misbehaves when she's with me, maybe because she's just so used to me. I got to really enjoy my food the second night. We didn't have to pay for meals for my kids, but they did provide the kids with a bowl of rice and some miso soup, and then we would give the girls some of the food that we were eating. They also gave the girls a little packet of furikake, or rice sprinkles, that Japanese kids use to season their rice, and my girls really love this. So shabu shabu is basically a Japanese hot pot dish. You'll have boiled water and then vegetables with thinly sliced meat. And so here they actually serve fish shabu shabu, which I've never had before. And the word shabu shabu means swish swish in Japanese. So you're supposed to swish the meat back and forth, not just drop it in and let it cook. And then they also provide you with a dipping sauce that you can use to season the meat after it's been cooked. I've always had shabu shabu with thinly sliced beef, and so this was my first time having fish shabu shabu. I thought it was really good. So like I said before, Kaiseki dinners often incorporate elements of nature in them. So you could see here that they have a little leaf and a little piece of jelly that's cut out in the shape of a flower, and all of these things are, well, not the leaf, but the flower is edible.
Never thought that we'd go this far. Don't stop now. Reaching for a distant star. Don't stop now. Isn't it strange how we're safe at home? Sitting and counting days until the second go. If you're gonna make a change, you have to let me know. Turn this shit around, start at top the lungs. It's all you need to do.
I think that most people end up staying at Ryokan's 1 or maybe 2 nights at most, but we ended up staying for 3 nights because we really wanted to just relax with our family and spend quality time together. So we stayed for 3 nights, and by the 3rd night I think the chef had started running out of Japanese ideas because we were served this chicken pot pie or beef pot pie, which I thought was really strange, but it was actually super delicious, and the crust was flaky and so good. But it seemed like by the 3rd night he was just kind of putting together various things for us.